Hi, everybody. It is day 109. The high in the area is 55 degrees. So we're sticking with the coral. So this row, we're going to do one double crochet in the first space, three double crochets in every other space, all the way down to the end. And then we're going to end with two double crochets and a chain three. So remember, there are affiliate links below for Happily Hooked, Amazon, and Knit Picks. If you click on them and purchase something, I do receive a small commission. So I hope you enjoy the rest of your Tuesday and enjoy the rest of this video and today's story. I decided to tell you a story about one of my best birthdays. I love the number 23. I was born on the 23rd. So on my 23rd birthday, it will be my first birthday. I wasn't in school. I wasn't in college. So I would be celebrating, and I decided, let's go away. So at this time, I had never been to Miami, and everyone talked about Miami and how much fun people had in Miami. So I decided to try it out for myself. So I invited a group of friends to come along. Two of them decided that they can come along, and my sister wanted to come too. So it'd be the four of us. And I was super excited. I was working my first job right out of college. So I wasn't rich or anything or have a whole bunch of money. But I told my friends that if they paid to come down to Miami, that I would pay for the hotel room while we were there. So at the time, I talked to my grandfather pretty frequently, and I told him my birthday plans, and he was like, oh, don't buy your airline ticket. I'll pay for you and your sister to fly down. And I said, perfect. This is just a funny side story. So when he was buying the airline tickets, I think I was at work, so he couldn't call me, but he was able to call my mother at her job. And he asked her, can you just tell me how to spell my name correctly? And all my life, my grandfather has said my name incorrectly. And I always thought it was just like a nickname he made up for me. He also said my sister's name incorrectly, but her name, the way he said it, could have just been a nickname. My name was like, he completely changed my name. But he was the only person that ever called me this. So, whatever. So he bought my airline tickets, and he was just asking my mother how to correctly spell my name. My name starts with a T. My grandfather was spelling my name with a CL. And my mother told him how my name is actually spelled. And he was like, what? And my mother said she could not stop laughing. And she's like, yes, you've been pronouncing her name wrong her entire life. I'm 23 at this point. Well, about to be. So that cracked me up. And so he bought the airline tickets. And then he sent me the information for the airline tickets. I look up the airline tickets. And he bought the tickets for the correct weekend, but the wrong days that we were supposed to be traveling. So I had to go through and change that. But I was just grateful that my grandfather decided to buy me and my sister airline tickets. So that was done. And then I think we were flying. Three of us live in the same state, and one of my friends lives in a different state. So me and my sister flew together for sure. I think my other friend, even though she lived in the same state, I think she took another flight. And then my other friend that lives in another state, she flew by herself. But we all had flights arriving basically at the same time. And it was funny because when we got to the airport, we noticed that our suitcases matched. Like, two of us had red suitcases and two of us had purple. It was, yeah. So anyway, we get together. We're excited to see each other. We get to our hotel. Now, I had looked up this hotel in advance and just to look through the pictures and read some reviews. And people kept talking about how beautiful the bathroom was. And I was like, no one's mentioning any other part of the hotel. They're just talking about the bathrooms. And I was like, it can't be that much prettier. I kid you not. They must have spent all of their money in this hotel on perfecting these bathrooms. These bathrooms were so elegant. They were so beautiful. Like the marble, the glass, the decorations were gorgeous. Like the bathroom looked like it was in a 5-star hotel. The bedroom looked like a 3-star at best. It was clean, but it looks like it had never been updated. But this bathroom was gorgeous. Like I wanted to sleep in this bathroom. That's how clean and pretty it was. So I think most of my pictures might have been taken in that hotel bathroom and not the room. But anyway, so that was that. And as soon as we got there, we rested a little bit, and then we went out to eat at some diner, I believe. So the food was good, and then we went and walked the strip, just sightseeing, and then eventually I think we went to the beach. We laid out, had fun there, and then later that night we were deciding we were going to go to dinner and then go to the club. So we went to, I think, an Italian restaurant. The food was pretty good. And then we went to the club later. I was really shocked how cheap cab rides were. It may be different now, but I think from our hotel to the club, it was like $5 or $6. It was extremely cheap, and it wasn't like it was right next to each other, but it was a really cheap cab ride. So we get to the club. We had a great time. We were all dressed up. We looked really nice. And the only thing was in the club, I am not used to wearing heels. I can walk in heels. I don't like to wear heels. But it was my birthday, so I decided to wear heels. And I took my heels off. I had like flat shoes, and the lady or the promoter, she came around twice and told me to put my heels back on, that I could not be there in flat shoes. So that was one weird thing, but that's the only thing that happened really. But we had a great time that night. And then the next day we woke up, walked the strip, and made videos on the beach. Just us dancing, laughing, and having a good time. It was actually a really relaxing, nice birthday. And then that night, we decided we don't want to go to like a big club. Let's just walk and go like Wet Willie's and different places like that. So we went to different places and just, I guess, partied. They got their little drinks. I don't drink alcohol, so they got their drinks, just enjoying ourselves. And then we found this one random place, and the music was really, really good. So good, we didn't want to leave. So we stayed there for a long time, just dancing, having a great time. And then these two guys just stood by me and my friend. Now, my sister and my other friend are just dancing, like off themselves, and I'm dancing with this one friend. And this guy is talking to her. So I don't hear what he's saying. And I'm thinking they're having a good conversation. No. All of a sudden, I see my friend's face turn from happy to sad. Like, but then, like, it looked like rage on her face. And I turned around, I'm like, what's going on? And she said, this guy asked where we were from because, and she told him where we were from. And then he said, yeah, because girls from that area are ugly like you. Something to that effect. It was very rude. So my friend wanted to fight them. And my friend is not, I won't say she's a violent person at all, but when she's mad, she's mad. So I had to pull her away from them, and I was like, let's just ignore them and keep having a good time. So we tried to, but I think they kind of soured her mood, and I didn't like that she was unhappy because she came there to celebrate with me, and like, I know I didn't tell the guys to be rude, but it kind of brought down the mood. So I wanted her to get away because she felt uncomfortable. Now, mind you, my sister and my other friend are dancing oblivious to this little, I guess this you can call it altercation, just happened. So we told them we had to leave. And they were like, no, we're having such a good time. Like dancing. And then it was like, no, we got to go. So we left there. I don't think we went to another place. We told them what happened, and they were like, why didn't you tell us? We would have said something to the guys. It was like, no, let's just not deal with it. But after we left there, we went back to our hotel room, and it was just like that didn't happen at all. We just laughed, played games, I think. Just talked, just having a good, like a big sleepover, it felt like, the whole weekend. Just having a good time. And the next day, we all went home at different times. So I think one friend who lived out of state, she left first. Then my other friend, she left. And then me and my sister had like a last day. We walked the strip one more time. We had breakfast at some little diner. And just had a relaxing time. It was a great birthday. Despite that little blip, it was a great birthday. I enjoyed myself. I went back to Miami a couple years later to celebrate another birthday. So I had a great time that weekend. And my 23rd, on the 23rd, was a great birthday. So I hope you enjoyed my little story time. It wasn't really juicy, but it was one of my happier birthdays.